Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Galaxy News Girls. My name is Nitro, and in today's interview, we will be interviewing the North American girls team known as Seraph. Before we begin, let's go ahead and take a look at their roster.
Hi, my name is Nay, aka Octo, and I'm main sniper and slayer for Seraph.
Hi, my name is V, and I'm a Slayer for Seraph.
Hi, my name is Car, and I'm Seraph's bench warmer. And we also have some other girls, but they're not with us right now. We have Arctic, Allie, Destiny, Dez, 12, Lily, Nay, Jazz.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start. How was the team created?
Originated from Sir Girls, which was disbanded a few months ago. So I took the initiative to make my own team with Car and get the girls to start fresh.
Any games you guys originated from before COD Mobile?
I did play some games before COD. I played Ross, PUBG, Minecraft, and Roblox. I did not play comp in any of those games. But yeah. I also played them with Nay, aka Octo.
That's great. At least you had some mobile gaming experience before you got straight into COD Mobile. How did y'all get into comp?
So I got into the game during quarantine, and I saw in World Chat that someone was advertising like a quarantine gamer server, and I just gotten on Discord because of quarantine. So I just joined the server or whatever, and I met a few friends on there, or like people I met and became friends with. And they played comp or something, and they kind of just invited me to play on guy teams. So I was kind of like grinding SN with them. But yeah, I played guys comp for most of my COD mobile experience, I think. And then I met a girl that I became friends with, and she invited me to join her girls team. And that was like around beginning of September. So I started playing girls comp in September.
I also started playing Girls Comp in September when Car invited me to join Valkyries and try out for the team because I used to play casually for all of my CODM career. I played this game since it was released and I wasn't playing it competitively.
I actually played Call of Duty since it came out too, but I didn't get into comp until I would say maybe like the end of August, September. I was in a server, and you guys probably know her, but Miss Cammy invited me to go and try out for Celeste at the time. And well, it's still Celeste, but yeah. So I played like 2 games with them, but like I realized that my skill level wasn't there. So I kind of took a little break, but then I got into another comp team, and I'm not gonna name the team because yeah, it's long gone. But then I quit both teams, and then I went over to Valkyries.
How did y'all get into COD Mobile?
I got into COD Mobile because I was always on the lookout for new games released on mobile since that's what I was playing at the time. And I saw that COD was going to be released and I was looking forward to it. So that's how I got into it.
I was actually, I think it was my senior year when COD finally came out. And I used to get like really bored in class. And my friend that was like my desk partner or whatever, like he was playing a game. Well, she was playing a game. And like she told me she was playing COD Mobile that her boyfriend showed her whatever. And she kind of like got me into it. And then I became addicted ever since.
Basically, Car and I, we follow each other through all the games we play since we've been knowing each other for like almost 4 years now. So we play every game together, and she followed me to COD Mobile and that's how it came.
What was the team's biggest achievement?
I would say that our biggest team achievement would be sticking together through everything from like changing teams. Obviously, you know, like sometimes we get into a bit of argument, but at the end of the day, it's nothing big. Also, I would say that not giving up is a huge achievement because I feel like a lot of teams create teams thinking that it's really easy, but it's not. You have to keep pushing. I would also say that our biggest achievement also is that we don't give up when we lose. Instead of blaming each other, we talk it out and communicate on what we need to improve.
Yes, you are right. I think that's one of the biggest points in like making a successful team, just working together and being together as a family. And even when you lose, don't let it get to you. Just learn from the mistakes and come back better, stronger next time.
Exactly. We're a family here.
And not letting any toxicity get to you.
Oh
And
yeah,
next,
that is something huge. Since we started comp, like like Seraph girls and like especially now, like as Seraph girls, um, we don't let toxicity get to us. We just ignore it. If people want to be toxic, they can go and be toxic. But I tell my girls already know that if people are being toxic, to just look the other way. And yeah, we've grown as a team. We're a
yeah,
family. We're bigger than that.
gotta be mature and professional.
Exactly.
Any challenges with being on a comp team?
The biggest challenge I think we have as a team is our availability because sometimes we tend to be busy and we don't have a full 5 man on and we won't be active for that day just because of the fact that we don't have many people on to play, which makes us like lack practice and gameplay and game time, you know?
One of the biggest challenges I feel like being in a comp team in the girls scene as it is probably have to do with like dealing with toxicity from other female comp teams. Because like one small thing that can be like interpreted incorrectly can lead to a whole, let's say,
To a whole
unnecessary
drama.
whole unnecessary drama that could have been resolved if like both teams just communicated to begin with instead of like having this never ending rivalry and like hate and toxicity towards each other. Like when instead we could be like supporting each other and like working together to become better as like a fem team or fem teams, might I say.
I think that one of the challenges in being in like a comp team is people being biased. I think that's a big issue, and I feel like some people are afraid to admit that. But there can be a lot of people who are biased, especially like in tournaments sometimes, and that kind of like gets out of control. But yeah, I feel like that's a challenge. I don't know.
I think another challenge that girls comp like deals with would be whether or not you agree to this or no, there is a huge skill gap between male teams and female teams. For whatever reason that may be, that skill gap kind of limits the girl comp scene because we get underestimated by other teams, including males as well.
Because we'll go into, let's say, a scrim or like we've been playing guy tourneys recently. We'll go in and like the first scene, like they start telling us is very sexist remarks, which I won't say. But like we go into like a guy scene expecting to like at least be like, I don't know, treated the same or guy tourneys, I guess. And it comes out the other way. We have people shooting our bodies. We have people like being really extremely rude in game, like in game chats and all that. Mainly because like they think they're superior due to the lack of like due to the like large skill gap. When in reality,
Mm-hmm.
we're like playing at the same level as them.
Yeah,
Like if not
and you're
better.
even better than most of them too.
Yeah.
I would like to add on to what V said. Like don't take us seriously. Like they'll start messing around, like in game and all. It's just annoying when people don't take us seriously. Like, a lot of the girls in like Seraph have that skill, but when guy teams don't take us seriously, it kind of like frustrates us. Because if they're not trying, then like, what's the point of us like trying? You know?
Because we take it as practice. Like regardless if we're losing by a lot, we want like to go against difficult opponents. So our skill gap, gets closer to them or to the what do you call it, guys level, I guess. So if they're not trying, we're not improving.
There's also male teams that once you mention that you're in a female team, they don't scrim you because they underestimate your skill and they think it's no point in scrimming if it's a female team.
How do you overcome stress during leagues and tournaments?
Personally, I don't feel any stress like during leagues or tournaments. That might just be a personal thing, but I don't know. I just kind of like feel like if I'm being stressed or nervous while I'm playing, it'll affect my team negatively because I'll push dumb things or like do gunfights that like I shouldn't be doing just because the nerves are getting to me. So if anything, I become more serious during tourneys and etc. And I just think about like, yo, I'm being streamed. Like I gotta at least appear cool, you know?
I tend to get nervous on on stream or in tourneys because I want to be good. I want to perform well, and that does get to me, and that does make me play some worse than usual. And I try to reassure myself that, it's just like a regular tourney, And I try to tell my teammates that the same, that we just have to play like ourselves, play like we usually do, and whatever happens, happens.
I personally, I wouldn't say I stress. Sometimes, like, I will get nervous, but it's kind of weird to explain, but I use, like, that nervousness as a way of energy. So when I go into the game, I'm not, like, nervous anymore because I've already built up that energy, and then I can just let it out while playing. I'm more of, like, being hyper. I do take the game seriously, but I'd rather be, like, in a, like, hyper mode, if that makes sense.
So basically, like, enjoy your time playing. Like, not be like too serious or like too focused on winning or losing. You know, like just enjoy playing the game
Exactly.
with our friends and our teammates. Basically,
Yeah, don't be like too stressed about it. At the end of the day, it's just a game, and it's just for fun mostly, pretty much.
because like I know a lot of teams that'll play a tourney and they'll lose, and immediately they start attacking each other, and like I don't know, it kind of defeats the purpose of being a team.
Yeah, that is true.
Are there any goals you want to pursue in your esports career?
Personally, I don't have any goals that I want to pursue. I take esports as like for fun, to play with the people that I enjoy playing with. It's never something I want to make a career out of, It's what I do in my free time since I'm in college.
Or you don't see yourself going to LAN or anything like that?
Never.
Nay.
I also agree with Nay.
Sorry.
Relate to Nay.
I want to have a contribution to society, and gaming will not do that.
Ayo, y'all like hear her? Like
She wishy.
Anyways, so I guess one of my goals is probably seeing how far I can get with it, with the like within the time that I'm playing this game. Because like Nate said, I'm also a college student, and it's not that easy balancing playing the game for hours and like taking care of like responsibilities as we're going through different like life stages. But getting this team as far as possible is probably one of my main goals, or like as far as we can get in the comp scene, whether it be female or male. But yeah.
The goal that I want to pursue in my esports career would be improving my gaming. As in aiming, gaming sense, all that kind of stuff. I want to see if I can get better. I mean, there's always room for improvement. So there's always room for improvement, like on the team too. So I just want to see, like how V said, like how far we can go, and I feel like we can go very far.
Of course, you can go. Yeah, that's the spirit. Never give up. Keep pushing.
Yep.
Are there any goals you wish to pursue as being a content creator?
I stream for fun. I just want to say, I stream for fun. But if Zombies returns to Call of Duty, just know that I will be a full-time streamer for Zombies. Yep. Actually, we do have some content creators, like Jazzy, but she is currently occupied right now.
Anything you would like to see in the female competitive scene? Any events or any organizations coming to the scene?
More phone-only tournaments. I would like to see more of those because the phone-only community is a little smaller than the iPad community, and I would like to give a chance for... not me, that's not my power too, but I would like for a lot of phone players to be more recognized,
Yeah, since phone takes more like skill to use, an iPad is pretty much easy. Anyone can dominate easily with an iPad.
Yeah. But I don't want to disregard the talent on iPad because there's a lot of girls that play like at an extreme level on iPad that most normal casual iPad players can't reach, and a lot of iPad players who can play phone very well too. So like I don't want to disregard their talent or anything.
Yes.
But yeah, it would be fun to see more skilled phone players, because I'm not saying there's like a lot of unskilled ones, But as Nate was saying, we don't get as much exposure. And us being a phone only team as well. It's fun
Yeah,
to
and
play like knowing that we're playing like all at the same, I don't know, level per se.
mm-hmm. And if they do have a LAN, it would be phone only. So that's always good to get used to playing on phone.
I feel like it makes the comp scene more competitive.
You are right, 100%.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like females like supporting each other. I know some people can't change and won't change, but like,
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like we all just need to support each other. Oh, I will say, I already said this before, but as for events or organizations, I would like them to not be biased.
There's been a few events with some organizers where like they're very biased with the teams like they invite or want to participate in their events. And I'm sure
Mhm.
there's a few girl teams that can agree with me on this one. So we'd like for when it comes to like large tourney organizers for them not to be biased or like listen to, let's say, like orgs or larger organizations that are asking to keep like certain teams what's the word, uninformed about their event, or just basically exclude them completely, because excluding teams isn't gonna, what do you call it, benefit the community, because what do you call it, other like female teams aren't going to be improving if they're being forced to play other teams that aren't challenging because they're being excluded.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
being biased is also not a form of professionalism.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's a female tourney, so all female teams should be invited, regardless of skill level. Like, I understand, like, we have, like, let's say Zaren hosts different tourneys for, like, different, let's say, what would you call it, like, levels of playing, I guess. Like, you had your Invicta, your Uprising tourneys,
Mhm.
which kind of, like, gives other teams a chance to be, what do you call it, win a prize pool, or, I don't know, like, have a chance to compete within each other, in comparison of getting, like having to go against a very strong team when they're barely a new team. So I agree with like sometimes separating tourneys, but the thing is with Zaren tourneys, they invite all girl teams to participate. They just, whether it depends on which category you fall into.
I would like to see like huge organizations fund bigger money prizes for female teams. Like there are other teams like Mobile Mayhem or other organizations like that, or like just huge organizations that fund these tournaments for guys only and not female. Like I don't see many females playing in Mobile Mayhem.
There's one, Shorty, and she does great in it.
Well, exactly. There should be more girls like her that should play that, but it's not like common.
Okay. I also wanted to say, like I'm not trying to be like disrespectful or anything, but sometimes when we join a tournament, I wish it was more, how do I like shuffled? Does that make sense? Like more shuffled, because us girls have gone against like the same teams multiple times. I don't know how like it works, but like we go against these like great teams, you know, like they're amazing, but it's repeatedly like it is practice for us, but it's just I want to see like more options available for like when we're in tournaments. Like I wanted to see it shuffled around, not just us always playing the same girls.
Exactly. We had never went against a really good team called 11T until like recently because of how like not shuffled, I guess she was saying the brackets are. Like that was our first time going against 11T and we never played them before because of that. And
they're a great
I
team.
just feel
And,
like
you never
yeah,
got the chance
exactly.
because of how they're shuffled.
We always go against the same teams, but we can never go against like other really good teams in tourneys.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. You should be able to play like many different teams.
Like the
You
way
already
the
get.
Invicta tourney was organized was really well. Like I enjoyed playing that tourney a lot. Simply because we got to go against every team that's considered to be like at a high level of playing. And which was really like, it was really good practice for us. In comparison to other
Yeah.
tourneys where we're set up against like one like team, and then like that's it, and like we never see any of the other teams at all during like the whole tourney.
Yeah, playing with different teams also brings room for more improvement, so you can see how they play, what their strats are, and stuff like that.
Exactly. Even if like quote like your low tier team, you can be doing something that we're not used to doing, but we like how you play. What I was trying to say is that like quote like low tier teams, we never have like the opportunity to play against them, but like those quote low tier teams can beat us. Like we just want to see like how other people play.
We can't experience how low tier teams play, and they can't even like compare themselves to high tier teams because of how unshuffled the brackets are. You usually put like in tourneys, you see like low tier teams going against other low tier teams, when it should be like low tier teams going against like anyone, because that way they can improve by comparing themselves to the playstyles of other teams that are higher than them.
That's true, because sometimes you get like eliminated from the brackets right away when they had potential to be like one of the teams that are in finals or semis, or like are
Room to
known that they
improve.
could be at that level, but like sadly we're placed against what do you call it, a team where they just got like eliminated right away.
You can't see low tier teams' potential against other like better teams if you place them against the same teams always.
I would like to say something real quick, kind of off topic, but every team is good. Everyone can improve. But yeah, don't underestimate.
Any struggles when it comes to streaming tournaments or streams?
Actually, yes. I try to stream for my college like dorm, and like I can't stream. It looks like I'm playing Roblox on stream because of how bad my pixel frames are because of my poor Wi-Fi.
I don't think we have any issues streaming because we don't rely on content from tourneys, because most of us aren't content creators. We don't post on YouTube or anything like that. So streaming is never an issue unless we want to clip our own like plays or anything.
Like there's been a lot of tourneys where we play against other teams, and like they immediately like they only spec one side, like only one player or like one team the entire time we're playing. When let's say I have my teammate Nay over here dropping like 50 bombs in a tourney, and she gets spectated like once for like 30 seconds. So like
Doing that.
people don't get to see how good of a player she is. And same applies to like hundreds of other good female players.
Adding to what V was saying, I agree, because there's moments where she's like, "Oh my god, I like got like 4 kills, like a quadruple, and then I got another one," and they didn't even acknowledge that, because they're so focused on the other team because they're more popular or more known, I guess.
Yeah, it's better to get a view from both teams. Any advice you would like to give for any upcoming girls teams who wish to climb the rankings and get their team name known?
I would say to never give up and don't let the losing streaks, the low motivation get to you. Keep going forward, because the more you play, the more you lose, the better you get. You learn from your mistakes, and you improve as a player and as a team player.
Exactly, because the more tourneys you play, regardless if you're losing, you get exposure to like the scene. Because if you think about it, all the players we know the most are the ones that are always playing. Like tourneys or like tourneys, scrims, everything. Like we know who these people are, and like we keep it they're in our minds. We're like, oh, this girl's good. Like we should be like play this way when we're playing them, etc. Instead of like quitting halfway through because like you do bad or something, or like you feel like you're not good enough to like compete, and then like stop playing. You lose the recognition you had because like people forget about you. When like I don't know how I should say it. Like just building your reputation in the COD mobile scene, that gives you more opportunities later on.
I agree with both of them. I would say some advice I would like give to like upcoming teams is to not underestimate teams. I feel like a lot of people underestimate players or teams, but at the end of the day, like those teams can beat you. That's happened to like us too. Like we haven't underestimated teams, but like people have underestimated us, but we've like shocked them. So I would just say to not underestimate keep going, even when you think like there's nothing left. Sometimes it's like a roller coaster. Honestly, sometimes you like do amazing, and then sometimes it goes like dry. You just gotta keep going. Surround yourself with people who like you actually know or like are close to, like someone you have a relationship with, because I feel like it's better to be on a team with people who are like family, because then that way you guys have fun, and then like if anything ever happens, you guys have each other's backs.
And don't take losses seriously. Like, don't take them to the heart, because you are undefeated until you aren't. You know, there's going to be a team better than you, whether it's the opposite gender or not. There is going to be a team better than you.
I would also like to add something else. Another advice would be to ignore the toxicity. I think I already mentioned this, but just ignore the toxicity. The more you ignore it, the better you're gonna get as well. Because if you pay attention to that, it's just gonna bring like
Yeah, it's just gonna bring you more down.
If you want to be toxic, like let them be toxic. At the end of the day, you know, it's a game. You play it for fun, or however you play it. But I personally play it for fun. At the end of the day, it's just a game. If people want to be toxic, then I'm just gonna laugh at them. It's funny at this point. It's just keep going, keep your head up, and I would say don't be scared. Definitely don't be scared. Like, have faith in yourself.
Thank you so much, girls, for your time. It was an amazing time meeting you. You guys are an amazing bunch, and I really wish you the best of luck in your future esports career.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
It was nice meeting you too.